Welcome back to WagerTalk.com. I'm your host, Marco D'Angelo, joined in studio, Brian Leonard of WagerTalk.com as well. We're going to preview college football action. First game up is North Carolina at Virginia. Brian, before we get into this one, I just want to tell our viewers that we've got a special offer at WagerTalk. We've run it the last couple weekends, and it's been very popular. We're going to do it again. You can check out whatever capper you like. Could be you, could be me. We've got a couple other guys at the site you want to check out. $69. You can get everything Thursday through Monday. All plays, all big plays. If you've got a 5%, it's included in the package. Check that out, wagertalk.com. This one, Brian, we got North Carolina at Virginia, and you got two teams here that are definitely opposite styles. North Carolina, they're going to be freewheeling up and down the field. And you look at them at first glance, you look at their last two games where they scored 43 points against Notre Dame, 48 points against Georgia Tech, and they're getting a touchdown here. You want to run to the window. I mean, this is looks like free money, doesn't it, on the surface?
If you're only looking at offense, unfortunately, defensively, North Carolina hasn't stopped anybody all season long. They're allowing 43.3 points a game, over 500 yards a game. Even worse on the road. They played 3 games on the road. They're allowing 56.7 points. But you do have to keep in mind the 3 teams they played, East Carolina, Clemson, when they had their quarterback, and Notre Dame. So they've done terribly on the road defensively, but they have played a lot better offenses than what they'll see this week against Virginia.
Yeah, no question. Virginia is not an offense that's going to go up and down the field, but they are definitely, of the teams that you mentioned, I would put Virginia's defense right there on the top. Notre Dame, if they were focused, but there's no question when Notre Dame played North Carolina, I just don't think they were 100% focused for North Carolina. You look at the opponent that you're playing, and they had been getting drilled, North Carolina. I mean, East Carolina put, if I remember, unfortunately, 70. If I remember, 70 in that game. North Carolina had Florida State up next. There's just no way that these kids could not be looking ahead to the Florida State game when they played North Carolina. Virginia, their defense is going to slow North Carolina down. North Carolina, I mean, this offense is dynamic. I'm not going to take it away from them, but they haven't played the best of defenses either. Virginia will slow them down. I still say, how does North Carolina stop Virginia? And I know Virginia doesn't have a dynamic offense, but they can do enough, and they can run the football. North Carolina's given up on the road 5 yards a carry, 4.9 yards a carry on the ground, and 9.2 yards through the air.
Well, that's exactly what Virginia's going to want to do. They're going to want to run the football so they can keep that good North Carolina offense off the field. And anytime you run the football, unless you break big runs, you're going to run the clock. And that's what gives North Carolina the shot here. In my opinion, I like the under a little bit better. I think because of the North Carolina that we've seen the last few weeks, just really good offensive team, just running up and down the court, or up down the court.
Basketball season almost.
Pretty much up and down the court.
It's basketball on grass,
basketball type of numbers. But I think the total in this game is a little bit high, so I'm going to lean with the under in this one, but I know this is your selection.
All right, well, I'm going to go ahead, guys. You can see which way I'm going in this one. Yes, I'm going to take Virginia. Yes, I'm going to lay the points. I just don't like North Carolina's defense. I just don't think they can stop anybody. And to go on the road back-to-back, weeks, just the situation for North Carolina. They weren't back-to-back weeks. They were at home last week against Georgia Tech, but playing back-to-back weeks of games up and down the field where it came down to the team that had it last basically is the team that won the game. Georgia Tech did have the lead late in that game with a minute something to play, but unfortunately the football was not in their hands. It was in North Carolina's, and they did punch it in and get the win 48-43. I'm going to look for Virginia to bounce back at home this week, and I think they cover this one. My numbers have it Virginia 38, North Carolina 27. I'll lay the 7 points with the Virginia Cavaliers. We're going to be right back. Another college football game. We're going to get a free pick from Brian Leonard. We're going to go to the Big Ten, I believe, with Brian. That's up next. WagerTalk.com.